Hey guys, welcome on here. It's a pleasure to have you. This is your topical girl SA Demda. Thank you for logging on to my YouTube channel. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Like we all woke up to video of baby girl Erica and her boo bae, her lover boy Kidwaya, doing this mushy under the duvet. Like, I'm sure for so many people, they did not, so many of us did not really have to believe this scene. Like, it was unexpected. Did you see that coming? Please, if you did, let me know in the comment section. If you recall vividly, in the last 2 weeks, yesterday actually made it 2 weeks, they got into the house room, into the big brother, biggest house, and then in the course of the week she has been all over the place. She's been forming a very hard one, and they had to get kind of, although they've been close, but I think to a very large extent she's been forming like, oh. And if you could recall vividly, like, I think the first party when Kid tried to touch her breast, the way she reacted, like retorted, like, no way. You would be surprised that in another 1 week they've been all over themselves. I think especially particularly since the day or truth where they had to kiss. So you could see that since then it's been a lot of okay intimates and all of that, but so many people had also been wondering like, okay, what is really happening between you guys, what's happening? And she's been saying, no, it's flirting around the house, is this, she's been saying so much about Kid, that Kid is a fuck boy, that, yes, sorry for if I use that word, that Kid is not someone to take seriously and all of that. But the video we saw yesterday, I'm sure it's something like you would see that this is an intimacy of a man and a woman, yes, like who are really so much into each other. Like, I don't even want to say who really wanted to have a feel of themselves. Obviously those kind of feelings do not just come normally, so it's been cooking all along. So I'm sure baby girl, so many people are really disappointed with you, but some also say, you know what, they are adults, they have the right to their opinion, they have the right to their body, they have to do what they have to do. It is nobody's business. And you could also recall that I think before proud that time, Leko had already expressed his feeling to her, and then we could see the conversation between them. But right in the middle of the night or in the morning, we could see that, man, where the heart is where the heart is. She was having a very, very lovely mushy time with the, so why so many people were also still at that time trying to even analyze what happened, what made her get to the extent of doing what she did. We saw another video of why again they were still in the couch, and before you know it, a part of her bone just showed. You understand, like, what they're trying to caress themselves, and a part of her bone just, like, I don't get it. Is she trying to continue from where Lilo stopped? Like, we know what happened. Lilo was gone body around Eric for the 2 weeks they were in the house, and we saw where that led her. Now I think Erica is continuing all of that in the big brother house. Like, everybody's wondering, baby girl, people really liked her, people liked the fact that she came strong, she came that, you know what, I'm here for the game, I'm here for the money, I'm here for this. There was even a time she had a conversation with Kid. They were talking about so many things about the future, and all of a sudden, before you know, anyway, a woman is always a woman. Sometimes at the weakest, there are some of the very weakest points where you do not expect some of those things, and they happen. You're like, oh my god, did I really do that? How did it happen? What? Like, but too many people are really worried that they've never imagined that Erica would do that at the tail of the 2 weeks in the house. And let's move straight to another one. Is about Eric. Lover girl was evicted, and before we know it, lover boy was in the kitchen sourcing for food. Like, he didn't even let an hour elapse before getting to the kitchen to look for food. Honestly, when I was watching this with my neighbor, because she'd been following intermittently, she was like, this Eric really likes food too much. Like, and before we know it, he finished from one and entered another. He even had a conversation with Neil at that time, and she he actually made mention of some things, and you could imagine, like, not even any iota of, oh, my baby girl is out of this house, no kind of that, that feeling or empathy, like, oh, I'm going to miss this girl as soon as I'm going to miss this girl now. Oh, she's been my best, she's been a good part, let me not even say a good part of me in the last 2 weeks, so I'm going to miss her for the time being. There was nothing like that. Before we know, baby guy is with is with his other guys. He's just run like, for real. Is that what it is? I'm sure Lilo is seeing all of this and she will be wondering, like, okay, but I just hope when they eventually when Eric eventually gets out of the house, they get back to each other, and they move on from there. But whatever it is, she has learned her lesson. I'm sure so many baby girls also learned their lessons, like, okay, you know what, that this is a game, that and this leads also another one, you know what, that this is the game. Whatever you want to do, is every other thing is secondary. What matters most is the game, you, what you want to achieve in the game, and your strategy in ensuring you get or you achieve that. Every other thing you're bringing in is like secondary. Is secondary into the game. Like, I know Lilo was a bit she was really happy. She never expected she would be out of the Big Brother house in such a short period of time, but it is what it is. She has left, and I'm sure so many people, honestly, people were looking forward to either of them leaving, because people just started imagining, like, this is Big Brother house, this is the game and not ultimate love. But honestly, most of the guys, most of the ladies in the house there, after are doing like they just came to source for love, to search for love, forgetting one the core reason why they are in Big Brother's house. And you begin to imagine, for real, like, it's really so, it's really, I don't know, I'm not trying to do this hand here, but sometimes on national television you're not even remembering the fact that, oh, this is what I'm here for, this is why I'm here. You just forget yourself so easily, pull down the emotions, and they could see other shifts, that other shapes, and what other ladies actually are really doing in the house. And to think that I don't really understand that. But I know we stand, it is what it is. I will hope everything turns out fine for them in the long run. So for now, this is where I cut the curtain. We'll continue this gist. Let's put an eye on Erica and Kidwaya to know where this journey we lead them. Correct.